forgot. Okay. Okay, so questions 1 and 2 we are now live. Okay, anybody want to start with number 3?
I will. Let me, okay. I know this one.
Okay.
All right, so for this one, the requirements are a simple random sample was drawn from each population, and X bar is normally distributed for each group.
Yes. Yep. Yay. I'll take number 4. The test statistic for a hypothesis test comparing 2 means with independent samples is a t-score.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, number 5. 2 samples are independent if the second one, knowing which subjects will be in group 1 tells you nothing about which subjects will be in group 2.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so question 6 is regarding the dentist office bills data file.
Uh-huh.
And it asked what the degrees of freedom were. I got 37.996.
That's what I got.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
I get such large numbers times with, I mean, this one's normal, but then I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah. And it's also strange because it's a decimal, but it turns out that doesn't matter. You just go with it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. What is the sample standard deviation for Rexburg? I have 206.637.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, number 8. What is the test statistic? I have negative 0.434.
Yes.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, it cut out.
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
Negative 0.434.
Thank you. Yep, that's what I got too.
Okay. Is it my turn, I think, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
What is the p-value? 0.333.
Yep.
Because it's a one-sided, one-tailed test. Okay.
Right. So 0.333 was greater than 0.10, so we failed to reject the null hypothesis.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, my turn?
Uh-huh.
All right. Suppose instead you use the alternate hypothesis of 1 is not 2, not equal to 2.
Go ahead.
What's the correct decision? Based on this evidence, I have the second one. We have insufficient evidence that the mean dentist bills between the 2 cities are different.
That's what I put.
Yes.
Number 12, what is the alternative hypothesis? The second one, because it's just saying different, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
The second one.
All right.
Not equal.
Yep. Question 13, what is the test statistic? It's negative 0.845.
Yep. Yes.
Me again. What is the p-value? 0.410.
Yes.
Yes.
15, what decision do you make? Fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Yes.
Okay,
all
this
right.
is the one I don't know.
I get 16. No, I'm just kidding. So
I don't even know where to start, honestly.
I know I'm
do.
wrong. I've got to be wrong.
Okay.
Because I figured out what the t-score would be, and then I times it by the standard deviation divided by n. But n, I wasn't sure what to use for the square root of n.
Because how did you know what the standard deviation was either? Because I don't know what that is, because it lists 2, one for the what are we on, Rexburg and
Right. Well, I used the part where it shows us where the t-score is, the sigma, all that stuff. I used over there where it gave me, with those 2, where it gave me the standard deviation. Yeah, you're right. I didn't know which one.
It gives 2. What did you do, Meredith?
Tell us, Meredith, what's the right way?
I added the lower amount with the upper amount and divided by 2, and that gives you your margin of error.
Okay, added upper.
Because I don't know any other way to do it.
Right. Okay. So
lower.
say that again. The upper and lower.
Yeah, but because one of them's negative and one is positive, you just drop the negative.
Okay.
Add both of them together and divide by 2.
Okay.
I don't know of any other way to do it.
Okay.
I'm writing better notes this time.
I know.
Because last time I'm like, what did she do?
So adding upper and lower of the confidence intervals, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So you have, I guess we'll just go on. So for like 17, the lower bound is negative 5.137. Is that the right number you guys got?
Right.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Okay. So make sure I've got the right numbers.
yeah, exactly, to start with. And then
And
the
then-
second one is 2.204.
Yeah, so you just add those without the negative sign because
Right.
you got to cover, both. So that gives you 7 point something. I don't have the number in front of me.
Yep.
And then you divide that by 2, and that'll give you your plus and minus, which should be the same
Plus.
number.
And okay, gotcha. 3.
So your margin of error is plus or minus this number. So I got 3.671.
Yes, I did too. 3.6705
Oh.
rounded up to 671.
Okay, hold on.
We're going
I'm doing this all as you go
Sorry.
because
Okay.
I want my
Go down.
notes. Okay, so I did the 2 intervals added together. I equaled 7.341, and I divide that by 2.
Because that'll give you from your middle point up and down, your plus and minus.
Yes. Okay, and so that's what we're saying is our margin of error.
Yeah.
Okay. I like your
Because
way
again,
better.
I don't know how you could figure it out with 2 different
Yeah.
standard deviations, 2 different. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
there is a
and
way they haven't told
our
us.
teacher, he went about not this question, but when we were doing one sample tests, and he went on this huge roundabout way to do it. And so that's the only way that stuck in my mind. And I'm like, I thought there was an easier way. So thank you.
Well, he went on
I
the
don't
roundabout.
know. Yeah, I just don't know if this is an appropriate way to do it because in the future we may have to figure out the margin of error. I don't know.
Yeah.
First, but where the
Yeah.
SPSS will always give us the confidence interval, I don't know if it would matter if we do it this way.
That's a good point.
I like your way.
I do too because I'm just curious. I mean, have you guys tried to calculate the other way where we do t times the standard deviation over the square root of n?
I
And
have.
that just doesn't give me anything. I get the wrong answer every single time. There have been like 5 questions.
You can't use the t-score it gives you in your data for the t-test. You have to actually go to the applet of t probabilities to find it out.
And highlight the middle like you said before.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You gotta wait.
Someone's trying to help
So
you.
anyways, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, it's fall break. Yay.
Oh boy, that's awesome. We totally understand. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Nice
But
to be in this
anyway,
group
so
where we understand.
yeah. So the t probability applet is what I've used for the one sample test. I don't believe it would work for this one because, like we were saying, it doesn't work when you have 2 scores for everything.
Sure, that makes sense.
Well, I wonder, maybe, I don't know. The only I can think of is you figure out a margin of error for both
Each, yeah.
sample and maybe average them. I don't know. I'm going to have to go through that and see if that's how they get. I don't know.
Well, that's how I was wondering if that's how you figure out what the standard deviation is and what the, because the other question is when it gives you the 2 ends, do we just automatically combine them because that's the full test?
Right. But that didn't make sense because down when we got our degrees of freedom, it's not n minus 1 because it was 16.56,
Yeah, there must be some formula they use for that too when you've got 2 different samples. Which we haven't learned either.
So I was like, they're all crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I submitted it and we got 100. So
oh my gosh.
It
Good
worked
job.
to just divide that by 2.
Okay, well that's good to know because it's much easier.
Hold on. All right. Well, thanks you guys.
Thank you, both of you, so much.
Really appreciate you.
Yes, me too. I'm very grateful to be part of this group.
Hey, just curious, just thinking ahead, do we know what our schedule is over Thanksgiving break with school?
I don't know, but I've seen people posting things like, oh, they don't give you any break over,
Yeah,
No,
I haven't seen any.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well,
So
maybe we'll just plan on meeting. Maybe we just need to plan to meet early that week, like on Monday and Wednesday or Monday and Tuesday or something.
Right.
That's a good idea.
Well,
Monday and Wednesday. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, I'm just trying to figure out how to make that work because I'm trying to travel during
Oh
that.
boy. Uh-huh.
And it takes 9 hours for me to drive to Utah. So,
Wow.
anyways, I'm just trying to figure that out. But maybe if we flip it to like Monday and Wednesday, that would work better for me for sure. But
Especially
There you
knowing in
traveling.
advance.
you what?
Sorry, what day are you traveling?
I think that Tuesday. I'm thinking of driving, so then it shouldn't affect the end when I come back. But if we could switch our group meetings to like Monday and Wednesday that week, that would be awesome.
That would be fine with me. I'm not traveling, so
And so
I
we'll just
can try to be flexible.
keep in touch with each other about what's working for each other.
That's a good idea.
Because I was
I won't be
bummed that we
traveling.
didn't have that time off.